Hi, friends at Southwest. If you've got a couple of minutes, I'd just love to share a thought with you today. Sometimes you take for granted those things that are very special in your life, and today I was reminded of something that's very special in my life, and that's the privilege of being your pastor. That truly is a wonderful blessing in my life, and I wanted to tell you that I am honored and grateful to be part of your lives, and I'm thankful that we serve together and that we can see the hand of God in the midst of global pain and pain that's right in our own city. I was energized by my time in the Word today and in prayer, so I thought I'd just share a couple of impressions that the Lord gave me, and they strengthened my heart. So I'll come right to the point. My question for the Lord was, what do you want as priorities for Southwest right now? Lord, where do we put our emphasis? How do we move forward? I know it's easy to get caught on the negative side and reflect on all of our limitations, but I sensed the Lord was moving us to our opportunities. And the Lord just reminded me to ask Him for our needs. To really specifically ask Him, what do you need? And I thought of a whole bunch of needs. They're everywhere around us these days. How do you reach a community during a pandemic? How do you encourage a congregation in discipleship at a time like this? I thought of our financial needs as a young church and our ability to keep moving ahead, but how? And I thought of our need to keep connected. And I thought about people who are feeling isolated and lonely right now, and how do we care? And the list of questions just grows and grows. And the Lord reminded me to just ask. And then He reminded me of each of you. We have a congregation that has such a heart for God, for Jesus. We're all asking our own questions for our own situations. And then we're asking for our congregation. And so I want to say to you today, in your very specific context as an individual, as a family, you have a Father that says, just come and ask. I'm your Father. And know that I love you and that I share your concerns and your struggles. And that's how I'm coming to you today. To say, thank you for your heart for God. Thank you for your heart for people. And for this young 3-year-old church plant that I think is just the most unique and refreshing church plant. So I'm encouraged to keep asking my questions, to bring them to the Lord, to allow Him to answer them in His timing. And yes, let's ask for creativity. Let's ask for flexibility, adaptability. Let's ask for compassion and maybe the ability to see the bigger picture. So here's where we can all start for Southwest. Let's ask together first that let's ask for the effectiveness of Southwest in these days. Great opportunities around us, Lord, that we wouldn't miss those opportunities. Pray for our care for our people in our own congregation and beyond. And Lord, how do we impact our community? Is there something you want us to do specifically? And how do we continue to grow in discipleship and our spiritual development? The role of our life groups and so on. And ask the Lord to provide for our financial needs. Ask the Lord that we could make giving accessible and easy for our people when we can't be together every Sunday. Ask the Lord how to deploy our congregation for the encouragement of the whole family. And yes, pray for other churches as well. Not only that they would weather the storm, but the ability to thrive and hear the voice of God in these days, and therefore be churches that really make a difference. Pray for our mother church, Terwilliger Community Church. We're so grateful for their leadership and for their encouragement. We want to be a blessing to them, even as they're a blessing to us. That's my heart today. I want to speak to you on Sunday from Mark 14, the first 9 verses, and I've called the message, It's Time to Plant a Rose. It's time to plant a rose. In the midst of challenging days, it's easy to, it's it's important to plant a rose. No more clues. You'll have to watch online, 11:15 a.m. on Sunday. So bless you, friends. Know that you're loved. Know that you are the people of God and that He loves you much. See you later.